the internet good? I think the internet was bugging out. Just trying to make sure we connect, make sure we good. I think we straight. Alright. For sure. Peace and blessings. It's your brother. Peace and black power. Salute to the guys and the goddesses of the planet Earth, planet Key, of the universe. It's the Galactic Federation. It's your brother. I'm the Amanashi, also known as I'm the Omnis, the nature god. And I just wanted to do a quick little vlog. Really don't have much time, but I'm gonna be here for about 20 minutes with y'all. And the title is about the misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to highlight certain concepts of thought. And in the world, it's so many people and so many different situations in life, journeys and pathways and different stories. But on the average day-to-day basis, when you meet somebody, you don't know their story. You don't know what the person has going on. And so me with the Libra and the Scorpio and the Libra and the moon again, I try to be balanced. I try to be understanding. I try to put myself in other people's shoes. You feel me? Like, dang, what's going on with, old girl, she ain't smiling today. Like, I wonder what, somebody ain't treating her right. And somebody comes in, they don't say good morning, or if you at work and they come in with a bad attitude, you don't know what's going on. So anyway, a young brother, one of the new guys at my job or whatnot, he was just saying, he was like, yeah, bro, when I come to work, I like to make people laugh, have fun. Yeah, that's what's up, bro. That's a good thing. I like to laugh. I like to have fun. You know what I'm saying? And the time passed by faster when, it's less stress and it's more enjoyment in the atmosphere. You feel me? So I agree with that. But I was just saying too, bro, like what I was saying to y'all earlier about, you never know what a person got going on. Like in my situation, I knew a guy that I used to work with that had same amount of kids as me, 4 kids, and he was with the baby mother at the time. And so, they good. They still got the family situation going on. And I was telling him that I've lived that lifestyle before, you know what I'm saying? With my old lady and the kids. And that, right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, for whatever reason, she doesn't let me, see him. Or, whenever my people's trying to contact her, they don't try to contact the family back. You feel me? So I don't know what type of funny stuff is going on, but he be like, yeah, bro, I never knew, you had that going on. Like, you don't get to see your kids. But I was like, yeah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And I'm a traditional, like, old school type dude. And I ain't nothing but 36. About to be 37 soon. You feel me? But like I said, I feel good for my age. I'm like I said, I'm pretty old school. And yeah, family, kids, meaningful relationships. I believe it's based on my astrology. October 21st, you know what I'm saying? My B-Day coming up. I'll be 37, family. You feel me? So if y'all want to show some love to the Cash App, y'all hit up cashapp.com, all caps, $ Omnis Natura 360 LLC. That's OMNISNATURA 360 LLC. And of course, you guys know I do black news. You know what I'm saying? Natural science is my thing because I believe that connects to our African ancestors and that it teaches us a lot about who and what we are, especially being a melanated persons. And so I shoot everybody in the building, peace and blessings. But yeah, everything nice, family. Just observing people and observing, just in general. And so I think this too, family, like for people who have been through like child abuse, you know what I'm saying? It could have been rape. It could have just been physical abuse, mental abuse. There's different ways that parents abuse children. And so I'm an advocate of the protection of children because of my experience. And so in my own experience, like I said, I had whips, on my face at 2 years old. And so my earliest memories, because, human beings, we have pattern recognition, the way our brains is set up. A lot of stuff is based off of pattern recognition. And then some of my earliest memories is memories of being, in danger, or, something is, could happen, or being in fear that, somebody going to do something to you. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, my father, he dealt with mental illnesses, and yeah, he was a pastor, and yeah, he taught me how to play basketball, and yeah, we did some good things together. Went fishing, different little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? There was that mental illness that came along with it that couldn't identify with the pain of children. And I feel like if you are a person who cannot identify with the pain of children, then you're disconnected in your spirit. I don't know what happened to you. I don't know who did it to you. But that energy right there, family, that's not a good energy. And I'm not like that, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like there are people like that around my children who are using them for resources from the government and trying to take away their father who loves them and who was there since they were born. So I have pictures. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you can go on my old page, your boy Travoy. I'm the Omni, and Omnis Universal, and you see pictures of the family, of me being there with the kids, loving them, and being there during their journey until a certain point of where I was betrayed, family. Ashe to brother Chu, it's the brother from East Weight Love and Light King. Ashe, appreciate you, salute you for coming in the building and just chopping it up about the misunderstood, bro, and just vlogging about life, real life. You feel me? Like I said, I'm an activist for the protection and the well-being of children. Because I feel like once you mess up a child's mind, bro, and you mess up their emotional state, you know what I'm saying? Like when they get out there in the world, they're gonna be predatorial. They're gonna be monsters in the world. And so to prevent monsters, you know what I'm saying, more monsters and, just more devious people from being in the world, just try to keep the children mentally and emotionally healthy. And I feel like that's good for children. I say King, love and light. You already know. Salute you, peace, peace. But yeah, man, we just building, man. I just feel I want to speak about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't plan on being up all night, but I plan to come before the people and, just chop it up with y'all, man. Keep y'all updated on what's going on. So yeah, I'm an advocate of that. I love kids, and I feel like kids represent the highest form of divinity because they're untainted by the world. Like I feel like, to do things and to operate naturally is to operate in your divinity. Like kids rarely lie. You feel me? They're going to tell the truth. They're going to embarrass you in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? But they're not thinking about it like that. They just know that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I just love that type of spirit about kids. They don't know how to be devious. And, that's a good spirit. And so, so that was my plan, to protect kids, to keep them from predatorial monsters and from people that's psychologically just not their family. They're unhealthy. And some people just don't deserve to be around children. It don't matter if you the mother or if you're the father. If you're mentally sick and you don't have the capacity to put yourself in the shoes of a child and feel how they feel and think how they think, then you shouldn't be their caretaker. You shouldn't be their provider. You shouldn't be the person who makes those life decisions for them. And so based on my own experience from, having a father who dealt with mental illnesses, and he could not put himself in the shoes of other children and feel how they feel because he became a predatory person. And I love my father, and I always will, you feel me? Like, he a part of me to this day, and the day that he passed away, it hurt me very deeply because I love my father, regardless of my personal, how I feel about him, He's still my father, and I'm an honorable son. And so, yeah, I love my pops regardless, but I'm telling the truth. He dealt with mental instability. And my mother, she loved him, and she tried to protect him, and in whatever dream he had, whatever vision he had, she tried to be supportive, be a supportive wife. But I feel like no matter who the individual is, if they ever put your children at threat or at risk, that you should check that immediately. If you're the man or if you're the woman, because those are your children too. You feel me? You want the best for them. And so you don't want them in a situation to where they're jeopardized. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the place that I'm coming from, family. I don't wish to take children from their parents, but if a parent is unstable, you feel me, and they're traumatizing the children, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. And so that's my point. So when you see people out in the world and they got whatever they got going on, just know that it's a story, it's a situation, there's something attached to that. And sometimes I just wonder, what happened with that person? Now, most people just focus on what they got going on. Most people ain't got time for that, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to work, you get bills, you got to do this, you got to do that. And so you ain't really got time for that like that. But I don't know, sometimes I just slow time down. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them to just slow the time down and try to, squeeze as much meaning out of the life experience as possible. What does this mean? Why did this happen? You know what I'm saying? Where did I go wrong? You know what I'm saying? I reflect. Some people don't reflect enough. You feel me? But I get in the mirror, man. I examine myself. Why did this happen? How did this happen? So, that's where I'm at with it, family. But yeah, protect the kids. The youth is the future. Emoji, like they got tongue tied. The youth is the future. Emoji, which means unity in Swahili. All right. And like I said, the human brain, it grows, it develops the most from 0 to age 7. And, during that time, the kids were going through vaccinations, all type of disruptions in the DNA and going against your development naturally. And so, like I said, so many obstacles that you got to overcome, from birth. So anyway, when people see me out in the world, I feel like, so I can speak exactly towards it. Sometimes I might be like distant. It might take me a long time to get comfortable. It don't matter, it don't matter. Like, it's just with people in general. You feel me? And I don't know if that's weird, but like I said, since I was 2, I had whips on my face, and my pops was real, like aggressive in his style of discipline. You feel me? But then to find out that something else happened down the line that should not have happened, with the family, which was another trespass against children, which shows that his handling with me was not 100%, right. You feel me? And so when I analyzed it, I was just like, my mother would have checked that way back in the day, then she would have protected another child. Because you didn't say nothing, because you swept it under the rug like they did in slavery. And I love my mother, to this day. But like I said, this is retrospection. This is reflection. This is, reality. This is true. Had she checked that way back in the day, it would have never happened to another child. There would have never been any abuse to another child. Not in that circle. You feel me? And so grown people Stop sweeping stuff under the rug, man. If a child is being neglected or being abused and ain't being done right, then you need to speak up and say something about that, man. Because like I said, that's the worst thing in the world you can do is bring judgment on the innocent. You know what I'm saying? To bring judgment on the innocent is injustice. You defeated the purpose of what justice is about. And so the thing with children, they can't defend themselves. When you're a child, you're vulnerable. If you're a man or if you're a woman, even with a man, the man is the most vulnerable when he's a little boy. He can't defend himself. You know, whether something is going on in the house around his mother or, you know, it's not but so much he could do, you know, when he's a child. And so, you know, like I said, that first 7 years, it programmed your brain on how you perceive the world. And in my first 7 years, I had to try to protect myself. And so I think every day I go out into the world, my main thing is just protecting myself from, you know, like negative energies or vibes that would stimulate me in the wrong way. Cause I'm not a monster. I haven't been in a fight in a long time. I'm not hurting nobody not hurting me at the moment. But I've been betrayed. I've been put in situations by people that I trusted. And, I'm just not trying to experience that again. And so, like I said, I don't have any slaves. I don't have any captives. I don't have nobody who I'm forcing them to be a certain way up under me. None of that. That ain't what we doing. I'm just trying to teach. I'm trying to liberate people. Like I said, I'm trying to advocate for children, for black families to work together. That it's not about the woman. It's not about the man. It's about the unison. You know what I'm saying? It's about the unit, the tribe, and, that togetherness. Like no one individual is above the collective. The collective is the focus. And so, when you got people that's selfish, you can't have a tribe. You can't have a community. You can't have a collective because that one person has put themselves above the children, the partner, everybody. And so just when you get in these types of situations, just make sure you're doing it with the right person. Me personally, I don't plan on doing it anytime soon. Like, just like when I learned about Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, I'm just not a big believer in it right now. Until I see something that makes me think differently, then I got to keep thinking the same way. I haven't seen it. I'm not seeing the love. I'm not seeing the loyalty. I'm seeing people who in situations where they comfortable and they pretty much using each other. You know what I'm saying? Like when you dead and gone, it's going to be a new partner. They're going to file the insurance money on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be that. You know what I'm saying? I seen it happen with my pops. You feel me? That person did not truly love you like that, man. That was just a business relationship. That wasn't love. There wasn't none of that. And so, I don't know. I guess with my astrology, I like meaningful stuff. I don't like things that, if we talking, let it mean something. If we, what I'm saying, what we doing. And so I can do a little bit of vanity, but not too much because I'm just not a vain person. And so, I don't know. That's my message. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Like I said, I advocate for the youth, for children, for the protection of kids. And, one of my favorite movies growing up was the Little Hook joint with Peter Pan. And I noticed in the movie how you had kids who lived on this little island. And then you had the pirates who lived on the boats. And so the kids lived separate. They call them the Lost Boys. The kids lived separate from the adults because the adults were like molesters and pedophiles. And so they didn't trust the adults. Like these kids are like orphans. Like they was abandoned by adults, by their parents. And so they live in a separate society because they couldn't trust adults. And so that was one of my favorite movies growing up. But I didn't know some of that other stuff was going on. But yeah, that had something to do with it, family. Like pedophilia, like, inappropriate behavior. And so anyway, you got kids on tablets. You got kids on these phones. They're not really learning nothing. You go into history, you see all type of stuff, man. And so, like I said, just collecting money from the government, using the kids, you're not pouring into them, they're either going to be in jail or, you know what I'm saying, God forbid, in the graveyard. And that's not the results that I wanted for my children. Example, when my son was born, I noticed that everybody in the hospital was playing, because they had the TV, so you can watch something, while the woman is having the baby or whatnot. But everybody had on Nickelodeon, little kid shows, you know what I'm saying, for kids. And then in the room where my son was born, his grandmother and his mother decided to play cops. And so a black child being born in America, where his ancestors were slaves and founded America, helped to build America. But in day-to-day life, people like him, they get shot in the street by the police. You feel me? It's police brutality, it's all type of racial injustice, prejudice, and you're letting a black child be born into the world playing cops. So I don't know. I'm a person that slow down time. What is the meaning of this? Soaking it all up. What's going on? What we doing? And that energy was a bad energy. She dropped him on the ground the first day that he came home. The grandmama did. I'm going to let him know all this stuff. Dropped my son on the ground. He was a kid. I never done nothing like that. I was always protective over my son, man. Over all my children. And that's one thing that I think that's good too about a water sign, a man with water energy in his astrology, in his chart. The water energy is very supportive and nurturing, and likes to bond, family, intimacy. You feel me? And so, I was like that with my kids. That was just very important to me. Like, if you want a man that like to really spend time with your kids and love on them, and get you a water sign man, Scorpio man, Pisces man, or Cancer, or if they close by the cusp, you feel me? These type of men, they you know what I'm saying? They really are close, you know what I'm saying, with their loved ones. But yeah, family, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, because it's about time to get a whole nother day started. Just wanted to spend a little time with y'all, chop it up with you. But peace and blessings. We out. Ashe. Salute to the family. Get up with y'all on the next one. Peace.